Hi, 6th graders. I'm going to go through problem 12 and problem 21 on Big Ideas Lesson 9.1 assignment. These were probably the most tricky problems, and I noticed some people had a difficult time figuring out the area of all the bases and lateral faces. So for problem 12, you can see I have a diagram of what the net would look like. It is very, very helpful to draw the net, even if you don't get it perfect, when you're trying to calculate surface area of these prisms. So when we look at this problem, I'm going to calculate the area of the base first, okay? The base is what's this prism is sitting on. So we have those two bases. So area of the triangle would be 1/2 times base times height. In this case, it's 9. Let's use parentheses. Times 10, and then we end up with 45. Okay, so each of these bases, the area is 45 inches squared. Then I'm going to look at the area of face 1. So that would be 9 times 9, or 81. So we'll write face 1. And then we're going to look at face 2. So face 2 would be 9 times 13 and a half. We get 121 and a half. And then finally, if we look at face 3 over here, ooh, I'm running out of room, sorry about that. Face 3, we're going to take 10 times 9. We end up with 90. When you went through the lesson, you should have heard that the surface area comes from adding the area of the bases and the area of the lateral faces. So in this case, to get the total surface area, we'd be taking our 45 and 45 from the two bases. Then we're going to take the area of face 1, which was 81, the area of face 2, which was 121 and a half, and the area of face 3, which was 90. When we add that all together, we end up with 382 and a half inches squared. The other problem that was tricky was problem 21. So again, I have this net laid out for you. I know it's hard to draw the nets, but again, doing the best that you can to try to imagine what it would be like unfolding. I also posted that interactive on surface area, I think, for you yesterday, so that might be helpful to kind of fold and unfold online those nets so you can get a better idea of it. So for this one, 21, again, we're going to start with getting the area of the base. And so in this figure, the base we're going to call are these parallelograms that are over on the side. To find the area of a parallelogram, we take length times width. So if you imagine, this is the same as having a rectangle. If we were able to take this triangle and then put it right here, we end up with a regular rectangle. And so that's why we take the area of the base times the height for this. So in this case, it would be 4 times 2, and that's equals 8. Then I'm going to do, again, I'm going to go face by face on here. So we're going to do face 1. I'm just going to write F1 this time. That one is a 4 by 4, so here's my 4, and then to get this end right here, I know it's not labeled, but we can see it on this side. So 4 times 4, face 1 equals 16. Then we'll look at face 2 right here. That area, face 2, comes from 4 times 2.5, so again we have this, and then we can see the side over here is 2.5, so 4 times 2.5 equals 10. On to face 3 right here. Face 3 is a 4 by 4 square, So 4 times 4 equals 16. Here's my 4 on this side, and then still going with that length down here at the bottom. And then finally, face 4 is down here, and it's a 4 by 2.5. So 4 times 2.5 again, I end up with 10. So again, when we get the area of this, the surface area of a prism, we're taking the area of the bases plus the area of the lateral faces. So in this case, for surface area, we would be taking 8 plus 8 because there are 2 of those bases. Then we're going to add each of the faces. So plus 16, plus 10, plus 16 again, plus 10. The total surface area for this figure ends up to be 68 meters squared.